Here's a question that might hit harder than you expect. Are you moving with purpose? Or just rushing to feel productive? Most people don't realize it, but they're not building their life. They're just speeding through it, chasing quick wins, mistaking motion for momentum, running on autopilot with no real direction. But what if the path to everything you want isn't found in speed but in strategy? What if the real power lies in slowing down, thinking clearly, and moving through calculated risk and faith? Stick with me. Because by the end of this, you won't just feel different. You'll move different. Let's be honest. Most people wake up and start running, rushing to check boxes, rushing through jobs they don't love, rushing past red flags in relationships, in business, in life. They confuse urgency with clarity, hustle with purpose, speed with strategy. And in the process, they sacrifice depth for dopamine. But here's the truth. Just because you're moving fast doesn't mean you're going the right way. Rushing is often fear in disguise. Fear that if we stop, we'll fall behind. Fear that if we wait, we'll miss out. Fear that slowing down means we're lazy or weak, but rushing leads to mistakes, burnout, regret, shallow wins that don't fulfill you. Slowing down isn't weakness, it's wisdom. When you pause to think, to plan, to align, you make better decisions. You choose long-term growth over short-term relief. It's not about being slow, it's about being deliberate. You don't need more speed, you need direction. Most people are either sprinting without thinking or paralyzed overthinking without acting. But the sweet spot? That's where calculated risk meets faith. Calculated risk means you're not guessing, you're planning. You're aware of the downside and you move anyway, with wisdom, not impulse. Faith means you trust something bigger than logic. You trust that even if it doesn't all make sense yet, you're being guided, supported, strengthened as you go. You don't need to have every step figured out. You just need to be willing to take the next right step. Ask yourself, am I acting out of fear or alignment? Am I chasing fast outcomes or building lasting change? Am I moving through chaos or through calculated conviction? Because those who win don't win by moving fastest. They win by moving on purpose. They understand that the long game, the meaningful life, the real success, isn't built in a frenzy. It's built in alignment with God, with vision, with values. When you combine logic and faith, you become unstoppable. You move like someone who knows exactly why they're here. Here's the uncomfortable truth. The world will try to rush your process. Social media, trends, comparison, expectations. It all creates urgency that isn't even yours. You feel behind because someone else made 10K in 10 days. You feel stuck because your timeline doesn't look like theirs. But your process isn't broken, it's just yours. And if you abandon it because you're rushing to look successful before you are successful, you'll destroy the very foundation you need to build a lasting life. Anything built too fast can fall just as fast. Slow growth is sustainable growth. Slow moves allow you to learn, to reflect, to build roots. And most importantly, slow allows space for God to work. Don't get so caught up trying to speed up your timeline that you forget who wrote it. You can't microwave purpose. You can't fast-track wisdom. You're not late. You're being prepared. So stop letting the world's noise drown out your divine timing. Breathe. Recenter. Realign. Winners don't chase noise. They move in rhythm. Rhythm means you're tuned into what matters. It means your output matches your capacity. It means you're in sync with your mission, not reacting to every distraction. Most people lose their power not because they're lazy, but because they're constantly reacting. Emails, notifications, trends, panic. But when you own your rhythm, you start owning your results. The most successful people in the world, they live by design, not by demand. They rest with intention, move with strategy, listen for wisdom. They aren't sprinting, they're orchestrating. And you can too, not by rushing, but by returning to rhythm, to divine timing, to calculated faith, to purpose-driven living. Here's the truth most people miss. Speed isn't power. Pace is. The world will try to rush you. Your fear will try to paralyze you. But wisdom will teach you to move at the pace of purpose. So breathe. Move through calculated risk. Move through divine faith. You're not behind. You're not slow. You're just finally moving like someone who knows exactly where they're going. And that's what makes you dangerous.